Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life and welcome back to a Speak Among Scraps process video along with using my How to Kill a Kit with Style for January, which is the Color Me Happy collection from Pretty Little Studios. So to start off here, I'd already done my sequins in this cool little pattern here. It kind of looks like you'd see something in the galaxy, right? Like kind of stars and stuff. And I'm using the Shine On and On sequins mix. Now, I believe it's still in the shop. The last time I checked it was. I will leave a link to the shop down below. And if you use my code Christy15, it will get you 15% off in the shop for everything except for if you're doing a pre-order for the new releases. That's the only thing I think it doesn't work on. And while you're there, go ahead and get yourself some of the new adhesive that's in the shop. It's amazing. You can't go wrong with it. And the foam is just like the best quality foam ever. So if you like your fun foam, but you want to try something a little bit different, I highly suggest you purchase that while you're in the shop as well. My plan here is I have these two really cute photos of my kids and they were taken on New Year's. Now it was New Year's Day that I took these, but I always do this. I take new pictures on New Year's Day and just say New Year's Eve because it all kind of ties into itself and I really don't care the difference of 12 hours make. But I wanted to go ahead and do a little bit of hand stitching. So I took this super old Elfa that I have. I've had this forever. And I've used a few of them on some layouts, but then I realized that they were the perfect size for stitching letters. So I've kept them and I use them to spell it out and hand stitch it twice in different colors for every letter. You can see that. And then I really wanted to get the idea of having New Year's Eve or NYE in a few different places. So I fussy cut out some of the pattern paper from this collection that has an alpha to it as well. I had to make an X work as a Y because I'd already used the Y in another layout that you'll see later on this week. And then I'm going to go ahead and try and do a little bit of embellishing. Now, this is where I kind of struggled because I didn't want it to get too crazy. I really want to focus on the photos. However, they're black and white and I kind of kept them more of a... I didn't make them stand out, I guess is the best way to say it. I didn't put them on fun foam. I didn't do anything like that. I left them black and white, bordered it with a white border and then a black border. So there's not a whole lot to make them stand out. So I have to be careful with my embellishing. And what I came up with is because I feel like the way my sequins kind of look, it feels like having clouds would work with it. And so that's what I did. I went in this collection, I went through all the ephemera and I picked out all the clouds I could find and scattered them throughout. I really like how that turned out. A few of them have faces, which makes it kind of whimsical. And with this being about my kids, I felt like that worked really well. And it had a teal cloud, which was perfect down where you can see where I placed it. It gave me that perfect visual triangle that I so love to get in my layout. So really pleased with that. And then I wanted there to be a little something. I need to bring my eye to that photo, to those photos just a little bit. And I come up with going into some other ephemera packs that aren't actually for this kit. And I don't pull out much. It's very subtle. Just a couple things that kind of bring your eye to it. And it brings a pop of yellow down to the bottom. And then I think at the very end, I add a couple of things that you'll see in a minute. But yeah, this layout is all about this year's New Year's. So obviously we didn't go anywhere, but we never go anywhere for New Year's. So that's not really any different. But we didn't make it to midnight. I don't know. I think Jackson made it to midnight once. And my other two obviously have never done that. But Sean and I have always made it to midnight. We might make it to midnight and be in bed by 12:01. But we normally make it. Yeah, no. I fell asleep. And then I woke up because I could hear Sean sleeping. And then I went to bed and I could hear fireworks going off. So I kind of drifted off to sleep as it was turning midnight, I think. But yeah, we did not make it this year at all. We were too tired. But we had a lot of fun. We set up this huge blanket kind of bed thing on the floor for the kids to sleep on. And we were all going to sleep in the living room. And that was the plan. But my little bear, he just came and climbed up on top of me, and then Nora kind of did the same thing, and there just wasn't enough room on the couch, so I ended up moving to our bed. But it was so much fun, and they loved it. We had chips and dip, which is our normal tradition. We really only have chips and dips on New Year's Eve, so that was really fun. The kids got to have popcorn. We attempted to watch the movie Soul, but it didn't work. Disney wasn't liking us, so we ended up watching Sonic instead, and it was just a lot of fun. So that is what my journaling will be when I get it in there. And I'm really happy with the way this layout turned out. I love how the sequins just kind of sparkle, and you can see them there, and they're so pretty. I love them, and I love how this collection really helped kind of tie everything in together and just make it fun and playful and the perfect layout to start 2021. So I'm going to finish everything off with one more cloud. This is from a completely different collection, and this little arrow that's yellow. So I've got another pop of yellow, which gives me a second visual triangle, and that's what I love. I love to do visual triangles. And then to highlight that New Year's Eve that I fussy cut, I will go ahead and trace that in black. Helps it pop up. And then I also put New Year's Eve one more time in black, and I fiddle around with where I want this to go. It kind of pops here and there. I have trouble kind of placing it, but in the end I'm going to actually place it down on that teal cloud on the board that you can see there on the right hand side, and that is going to do it for this layout. So again, if you're interested in purchasing some sequins, the link will be down below. And this was using my How to Kill a Kit with Style. So first layout of the year with that kit is done, which is awesome. And yeah, I think that's it. The finished layout will be showing in just a minute. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you all later this week with another video. Bye!